Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how I got this color, how I installed the hair, every single thing I'm going to be telling you guys in this video. So let's get into it. First off, the hair I'm using is from UNice Hair and it's their Brazilian curly hair. So this is the hair straight out of the pack. It comes with 3 combs, a slightly pre-plucked hairline. Let's get into business. So first off, this is the developer I'm using. It's from Soma and I'm using the BW2 bleach, and you need a mixing bowl and paint brushes. So this is the consistency that you want, not too watery, not too thick. So I'm bleaching the hair section by section. You want to wear gloves, very important. So I'm just rubbing the mix into the hair.
Lying perfectly still, like we are frozen in time. I don't want this to be over.
You want to make sure that you get into it very well, because there's some parts that the bleach might not touch and you won't notice until later on you see some black patches. So you want to go into it very well. Take a brush through it so that the product is distributed evenly.
You should stay. I think you should stay. I want you to say that it's getting late. I want you.
When you're done, you want to make sure you scrunch the hair back up, because you know it's curly hair, so you don't lose your curls and the length of the hair. So I pretty much did the same thing all throughout the hair. So I'm just going to let you guys watch and see how I finished up the hair.
Lying perfectly still, like we have frozen time. I don't want this to be over. Don't want the morning to.
Getting to the front part of the hair, I went in with a paintbrush because I wanted to blend it in very well. I didn't want clear marks of demarcation between the black roots and the rest of the hair, because I wanted black roots. I really don't like when the roots are not black or a dark color, like a dark brown or something. So this is the hair by the time I was done bleaching it. Don't forget to scrunch it back up when you're done. So I went ahead to use what's it called, the shimmer lights, the purple shimmer lights, to wash out the hair. I just shampooed it because I'm not yet done. So now I'm just placing it on the mannequin head so that I can bleach the knots on the frontal. You want to make sure you get all the hair out of the way so you don't bleach the hair. You only want to bleach the roots. So I'm just using T-pins to secure it. You see that this consistency for bleaching the knots is slightly different from the other one. This one is really thick. You can see that it's very, very thick. So I'm just using a tablespoon to apply the bleach. You see how I'm taking my time. I showed you guys in this clip how light-handed you want to be. Like, I'm so light-handed. I'm just applying it like you would spread butter on a slice of bread. So that's pretty much how I apply it. I find it easier to use a knife to do this step. When I use a knife, it doesn't seep through, and you don't want it to seep through. So you can be very, you can also use a paintbrush depending on what works best for you. But I find that this is what works best for me.
I don't want this to be over. Don't want the morning to come. My head upon your shoulder, wishing that you would say, I think you should stay. I think you should stay. I want you to say that it's getting late. I want you to stay. I want you to.
When you're done, this is what it's going to look like.
We were young, and no one dared to make the first move.
So I went ahead with that purple shimmer lights and Tresemme shampoo and conditioner. Washed out the hair. I left it in conditioner for like 2 hours before I rinsed it out. And then here I'm showing you guys that I already plucked this part off camera, and now I want to show you how to pluck this last section on camera. So the first thing you want to do is get section out that part that has already been pre-plucked from the company, from the manufacturer. Then you start to pluck. You see how I'm plucking in. I'm not staying in one place. Like, I'm going from one end to the other. You don't want to stay in one place so you don't get patches, and you need a really good pair of tweezers. So I'm pretty much just tweezing zigzag. Like, I don't really know how to explain, but you can see how I'm plucking it. So you have to keep brushing and seeing whether you're doing a good job. You have to keep brushing, see what parts you need to twist some more, what parts you need to leave. Then you section again and keep plucking. So you do that until you've achieved your desired results. So this right here is how it looks like by the time I'm done. I'm so in love and obsessed with how this hair came out. Like, oh my god, when I put this hair up on my Insta story, people were going nuts and I was going nuts. So this is a 13x6. So you see how deep the pattern space is, but the pattern space is only this deep in the middle, not on the sides. The sides is normal 13x4. So I went into this Hawaii sky, mixed it with water and put it in a spray bottle and sprayed it all over this hair. There's Dobra showing herself, giving you guys some moves. So right now I'm just using iron to press it down so that it's flat. I'm using mousse. This is Adore mousse. You can use any one. I'm just using this to give that relaxed look in front and to further flatten the pattern. You can do all this on your head, but when I'm doing it on myself, it's way easier for me. Even when I'm doing it on a client, it's way easier for me to do this on my mannequin head before I install it. So when I'm installing, all I need to do is just install. Like, I've already done all the work. So you see how it looks like relaxed hair. That's what using the mousse, and then using a hot curler or a hot comb to flatten. This is the result you will get. So right now I'm just doing an Insta story, making a video. You know, like, I was so impressed with my work. You have to show it off, you know. So this is what it looks like by the time I'm done. Then I went into the Wig Gurus in Caramel Frappe. So this is the lace tint. This is the one that matches my skin tone perfectly. So yeah, this is pretty much all the preparation that I had to do before I put it on. So now it is time for the install. Appreciate this gorgeous lady with the beautiful skin. Yes, honey. Don't mind my braids, like, they're really ugly. I did it myself. So now I'm using the black Got2b glue to gel down my edges. I really don't like when my edges get bold hold on them. Now I went into my stocking cap. This is the best color that I've used, and this is the one I'm going to be sticking to. So you make sure you drag it down underneath your ears, then cut it like so I can go around your ears like so. Then I went into the Got2b spray gel, and I'm just spraying this all over my hairline. Guys, I'm spraying it directly on my hairline. You don't want to bring it down too much, just directly on your hairline. So I make sure that it doesn't, you know, this thing tends to slide down, so I make sure to push it upwards, not downwards. So after doing this, I dried it, and now you can see that it's properly dried. And I take a manicure scissors and start to cut off the excess lace cap. So take your time, cut it off very well.
And you into mine. perfectly still, like we are frozen in time. I don't want this to be over, don't want the morning to come. My head upon your shoulder, wishing that you would say, I think you should stay, I think you should stay, I want you to say.
After cutting off the excess stocking cap, I went into the same shade of foundation as my skin tone. You see what a difference that makes. It makes the stocking cap blend better with my skin, and that's what you want to achieve. So you see how it looks right now. This is what you want to achieve with your stocking cap. This is how to get the bald cap method. So now I just went ahead to apply the wig, check to make sure that I position it very well. Then I used clips to clip it back because now I'm about to start laying it down. You want to make sure you cut around your ears, otherwise it's not going to be flat, and even if you try to get it flat, it's not going to last before it to start lifting up, because you know the flaps around your ears usually the first part to start lifting. So if you make it flat, it's going to last a longer time. So you see how flat it is around my ears. That's the results that you want to achieve. So I'm just marking out where I want the lace glue to be. I'm using translucent setting powder, Laura Mercier. You can use any translucent setting powder, and you can skip this step. It's just that you don't want glue to, when there's too much glue, that's what makes it shine, so you don't want that. So I'm going into the bold hold glue now, and as I've mapped out the area, you can see that it's easy for me to apply. I know where not to apply it, because when too much glue shows, that's where you get that white cast. So I went ahead to use a hand dryer to dry it clear. You don't want to dry it dry, just dry it till it's clear like this, then you place it on. So I just placed it on. Bold hold is the best thing to happen to lace frontal installation, I tell you. Like, my lace frontal installation wasn't as great as it was until I discovered bold hold. Thanks to my boo Queen's Mane for teaching me, like she was the best teacher ever. So I'm just combing it into the bold hold. After doing that, I went into wipes and I'm just cleaning off that excess setting powder that's still left over. So I'm just using the dryer to dry the hair and brush it in. As I'm drying it, I'm brushing it in. You want to press it in very well so it can melt into your skin.
You into mine, lying perfectly still, like we are frozen in time. I don't want this to be.
After it's dry, I just went ahead to use the scissors to cut it in the middle. Then I'm going to go into blade and start cutting off the excess lace. I'm trying to get that what's it called, that razor comb, what's it called, the razor, but not this normal razor, the one that has a handle, so I don't cut myself. Like, I was so careful not to cut myself. So I will cut it, then I will use my tail comb to press it down.
It's getting late. I want you to stay. I want you to stay. We were young, and no one dared to make the first move. You and me in the night, two souls in the moonlight. I stare into your eyes, and you into mine, lying perfectly still, like we have frozen time.
Now I'm done. I'm going into my 99% alcohol, applied a little bit on wipes. I used it to clean it, to get rid of that white cast. You can see that as I'm cleaning it, the white cast is leaving. I was so impressed with this hair, guys. Like, I was so impressed with the lace, and it's not even HD lace. Like, this is normal, regular Swiss lace, and I was able to achieve this melt. Mad. So I'm just taking some baby hairs out, like so. And I went into the blade to cut it short. And I used a scarf to lay my hair, lay it down, tie it down. You need to tie it down so it can melt into your skin. Guys, this is my hair installation. You can see I was done by 2:29 a.m. So, like, I was so tired, guys. I was so freaking tired. So, I just went to sleep with the scarf on, and here I am the next morning. I was so excited to open this up. God, how did I sleep with this thing so tight on my head? Hello, beautiful. I went back into the black got2b glue, and I just used this to do my baby hairs. Guys, I don't do all those exaggerated baby hairs. I don't know why I hate it so much. I would do it for you if you're a client and you want me to, but I personally don't really like it. So if you don't know already, I installed Lace Frontal, so I'm going to leave all my details in the description box below. So do make sure to book an appointment with me at my studio. I love you guys. I hope you guys learned a thing or two. Like I said, this hair is from UNice Hair. It's their Brazilian curly. I'm going to leave all the details in my description box down below. I would definitely recommend this hair. Like, I'm so in love. Like, I'm still wearing it. So yeah, I love you guys so much. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.
My head upon your shoulder.